Hi, this is Lee Ellis with another installment of Leading with Honor Coaching. Well, it's great to be with you as we begin this new year because I have a new model. I'm a graphic person. I like to see models and it helps me think through a lot of the details that I'm hearing sometimes. Last year, we were working with the Courageous Accountability model from the book Engage with Honor. And I think you saw that, and we had a lot of C's in that. And today, we're going to talk about uh, really engaging in some hard discussions and making good decisions. And so part of that is clarify, communicate, collaborate. And today we're talking really about communicating, clarify, and collaborating in order to clarify in that meeting. Well, the thing about leadership, if you're a team leader or a manager or senior leader, you need to learn to have engaging discussions in your meetings about some decision that's coming your way because you need to hear others' perspectives on it because they each have a department or an area where they work and they have some insights from it and they may have knowledge from it that you need in that decision. So you've got to have these discussions. And I want to encourage you to be willing to have arguments. Now, I'm the kind of person, if I work for somebody, I don't have to have my way, but I sure want to have my say because I have a perspective that I want you to hear. And once I share that with you, it's your decision, but I want to share it with you. So there are people like me, and there are people that don't want to speak up in that group. You know, about a third of the population won't want to speak up. You got to get them to speak up and share their insights about that decision. How do they see it from their perspective and from their role? And you got people that want to talk all the time and just arguing. You got to control them. You got to look at them and say, well, wait a minute. Thank you very much. But we're going to listen to this person and this person. And we're going to all share this discussion. And we may get intense, but it's all for a purpose. And so having those tough discussions and sharing those perspectives is so important in making good decisions. And, you know, there are certain people in there typically would not speak up. And if you don't get them to speak up, here's what's going to happen. They're going to be walking down the hall after the meeting. I've seen this many times. They're going to be walking down the hall after the meeting and they say, well, you know, what I thought was we should have done this. We should have talked about this. They didn't speak up in the meeting, but they're talking about it walking down the hall. Well, as a leader, you got to get their perspective on the table in the discussion and listen to them and let them know you appreciate their input, everybody's. And sometimes you got to referee those discussions that go on and tell people like me to hold off. You've already had yours, so let's listen to them. You got to have, as a leader, you got to have the courage and wisdom to do that with your people. And what's going to happen is you're going to make a really good decision and they're going to support it so much better because they feel like they were involved in that decision. They've invested in it and they understand why you made that decision and it's going to go really well as you go downstream. So, courageous accountability, yes. Teamwork is so important. And as a leader, you've got to have those good discussions and listen to other people and get their input before you make that decision. And you know what? They're going to support you fully and a lot better in the days ahead. Well, I hope you'll check out the blog on this as we move forward this year. And I look forward to seeing you next month. Take care and God bless.